Hey everyone, finding good sales talent, it can be tough. I saw that almost 60% of sales leaders say it's their biggest challenge.
Oh yeah, it is a candidate-driven market.
Big time. And today we're going to help you get better at it.
Totally. And the cost of, not having the right people, well, let's just say it can hurt.
Absolutely. And that's why we're diving into some awesome advice from the Sales Experts Ltd.
They're a global sales recruitment company.
And they wrote this article, Recruiting Sales Talent in a Competitive Market. It's got some really useful stuff.
For sure.
Okay, so where do we even begin?
Well, the sales experts, they say it right away, you got to define your ideal candidate.
Before you even start, huh?
Exactly. Think of it like archery. You need to know what you're aiming at.
Okay, that makes sense. But how do we do that? How do we figure out that ideal candidate?
You got to figure out what skills and qualities are non-negotiable, the must-haves.
I see. So what makes your top performers so good?
Yeah. Think about them. What sets them apart? What makes them tick?
So it's more than just what's on their resume, right?
Way more.
It's got to be.
The sales experts talk about this difference between, technical skills and soft skills.
Oh, yeah, those soft skills.
The technical skills are obviously important, right?
Sure.
Industry knowledge, specific sales expertise, things like that. But those soft skills...
They matter a lot, don't they?
Hugely.
Yeah.
Communication, problem solving, being able to adapt.
They're like gold.
Totally.
Because, think about it.
Yeah.
You need those to build relationships and close deals. I once worked with this salesperson.
Oh, no.
Who knew the product inside and out, but they just couldn't connect with customers.
Oof. It was rough.
I bet. That's why, the sales experts, they suggest these creative ways to assess those soft skills.
Ooh, like what?
Like role-playing or simulations during the interview.
So instead of just saying, tell me about a time you overcame an objection, you're actually seeing it.
Exactly. Seeing them in action. Does that make sense?
It does. So once you know what you're looking for, then what? Then it's all about your employer brand.
Right. Because you got to stand out.
Yeah. It's a competitive market. You want to attract the best. It's like dating. Got to make a good first impression, right?
Totally. And it's not just about people actively looking for jobs.
No. You want those passive candidates, too.
The ones who might be open to the right opportunity, but not, searching job boards.
The sales experts call them hidden gems.
Ooh, I like that.
They often have the most talent and experience,
So how do we reach them?
You got to show off your company culture. Why would they choose you? What makes you unique?
Highlighting benefits, perks, growth opportunities.
Exactly. Things that make you stand out.
I've heard some companies even have culture videos on their websites.
Yeah, like a behind-the-scenes look.
Exactly.
And don't forget social media.
Oh, right.
The sales experts talk about LinkedIn a lot. Sharing employee testimonials, company news, stuff like that.
To give a real picture of what it's like to work there.
Yeah. So say you've got these great candidates interested. Then what? You got to make sure your application process doesn't scare them off.
Ugh, I've totally abandoned online applications that were just way too long.
Right. No one wants to jump through hoops.
Nope.
The sales experts are right on the money when they say streamline it, make it user-friendly, works on your phone, and keep it short.
Think about it. If you were applying, would you want to spend hours on a complicated application?
No way.
Every extra step is a chance for them to drop off.
Exactly. And speaking of getting great candidates, don't forget about employee referrals.
Oh, that's right. It's like a personal recommendation.
It is. Your team, they often know the best people.
And they have those connections.
They do. And they're more likely to recommend people they think will actually succeed, which makes them look good too.
It's a win-win.
Totally. The sales experts even recommend offering incentives for good hires.
Yeah. What kind of incentives?
Doesn't have to be money, even. Could be extra vacation days, a gift card to a nice restaurant, something like that.
I like that. It shows you value their recommendations.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we have this pool of awesome candidates thanks to our employee referral program.
Awesome.
How do we pick the best ones?
That's where screening and assessments come in.
Makes sense.
The sales experts talk about phone or video interviews, getting a feel for their personality and all that.
Okay, and then I guess those role-playing things we talked about.
Exactly. You're seeing them in action. Can they think on their feet, handle objections, actually close a deal?
It's like a test drive before you buy the car.
Exactly. You want to make sure they can handle the road ahead. Speaking of roads, let's not forget about compensation.
Right. You can have the best recruitment process in the world, but if you're not offering the right kind of package, you're going to lose out.
Big time, especially these days.
Yeah? Candidates have options they know their worth.
That's why the sales experts, they're really good on researching those industry standards.
And make sure you're offering something competitive.
Exactly, and not just like base salary, but also performance-based stuff,
Yeah. Like tiered commissions, bonuses tied to hitting certain numbers, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Reward success, motivate your team.
Right. And it's not just about the money either, is it?
It's not, no.
It's the whole package, benefits, work-life balance, company culture, all of that plays a role.
Absolutely. You want people to feel valued, appreciated, motivated to really do their best work.
Yeah, because, attracting talent is only half the battle, right?
It is just the
You
beginning.
got to keep them too.
Retention is key.
It's like, what's that saying? You can lead a horse to water.
But you can't make it drink.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do we make them want to stay? What are the secrets?
Well, the sales experts, they talk a lot about ongoing training and development.
Not just a one-time thing?
No. It's got to be continuous.
Sales world changes so fast, right?
All the time. Your team needs to stay ahead of the curve.
So you're investing in them, helping them grow, giving them the tools and resources to adapt.
You got it. Think about it. If you were a sales professional, wouldn't you want to work for a company that invested in you like that?
Of course. Nobody wants to feel stuck.
Exactly. People want challenges, they want to learn, they want to feel like they have a future with the company.
And it doesn't have to be like formal training programs all the time.
Not at all. Mentorship programs, those can be super valuable too.
Oh, yeah, pairing newer salespeople with experienced mentors.
Exactly. Guidance, support, someone to bounce ideas off of.
That creates a sense of community too, right?
For sure. And don't forget about recognition and rewards.
Oh, yeah. Got to celebrate those wins.
Absolutely. A little appreciation can go a long way. Celebrating those achievements, creating that culture of recognition, it's huge for morale and motivation.
It's about making people feel seen. Their contributions matter.
Exactly. So we've covered a lot, haven't we?
We have. Defining your ideal candidate, building that great employer brand, streamlining the application, investing in ongoing development.
We really have.
All those key strategies for attracting and retaining top talent in this crazy market.
It's a jungle out there.
It is. And, there's no one magic formula that works for everyone.
Right. Every company is different.
The key is to find what works for you.
And to be flexible.
You got to adapt.
Things change all the time. You got to be willing to adjust.
That's how you stay ahead, how you find that long-term sales success, being agile, innovative, always improving.
Exactly. But before we wrap up, we want to leave you with something to think about.
What if you could, design the perfect sales recruitment program, from scratch? What would that look like?
Ooh, that's a good one. It really gets to the core of it all, doesn't it? The sales experts, they actually touch on this at the end.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They talk about this idea of reverse recruiting.
Reverse recruiting, what's that?
So instead of waiting for people to apply,
Right.
you go out and find them.
Oh, interesting.
You're proactively looking for the top people in your industry, even if they're not, actively looking for a new job.
So you're basically headhunting the best of the best.
Pretty much. It takes more effort, but the sales experts say the payoff is huge.
Makes sense. Because you're not just filling a role, you're building a team of, superstars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it makes you really think about what makes your company special, why someone would want to work for you.
You gotta sell them on it.
You do. And I think that's a great takeaway for everyone, even if you're not hiring right now.
Yeah, always be thinking about how to make your company more attractive to top talent.
Totally. So, what can our listeners do right now to put some of this into action?
Yeah, what are the, actionable steps?
Well, if you're hiring, first things first, define that ideal candidate. What are those must-have skills and qualities? And remember, it's not just about those technical skills. Those soft skills are crucial.
Communication, problem solving, all that good stuff.
You got it. And then make that application process super smooth and easy.
Don't make them jump through hoops.
Exactly. And, leverage your network, your employees. They probably know some great people.
It's all about who you know.
It really is. At the end of the day, sales success, it starts with having the right team.
But finding them is just the beginning.
It is. You got to create that environment where they can thrive, grow, contribute their best.
That's what drives real success.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, this has been fun.
It has. Thanks for joining me for this deep dive, everyone.
Always a pleasure.
We'll be back next week with more insights. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep crushing those sales goals.